2012 has been a year of development for Afghanistan. In the capital, Kabul, new roads, streetlights and parks signal continuing efforts to redevelop a city all but destroyed in the civil war. Across the country, 85% of people live in districts where they have access to basic healthcare, leading to a vastly improved life expectancy. And more than 8 million students are now in education. In sport, Rahala Nikpar won a bronze medal at the London Olympics. The cricket team were praised for their performances in the World Cup. Hamid Rahimi retained the WBU middleweight belt in the first professional boxing bout held in the country, and the inaugural Afghan Premier League was a nationwide success. But despite these signs of progress, the 2014 deadline for the transition of combat responsibility to the Afghan National Forces, or ANSF, and the effect this will have on Afghanistan's security is still at the forefront of people's minds.
مهمترین مسئله در سال 2012 انکشاف قوت‌های ما بود. انکشاف قوت‌ها کمیتشان بسیار بالا رفت، قابلیتشان افزایش یافت. سال گذشته ما 80% عملیات‌ها را رهبری کردیم، پلانگذاری کردیم و به اجرا گذاشتیم.
The number of ANSF has certainly increased, 330,000, up 15% from this time last year, while ISAF troops have decreased from 130 to 102,000 in the same time period. And despite fears that this transition could lead to insecurity, in many parts of the country local people seem fairly satisfied with the progress made by the ANSF.
سرکونه ان شاء الله که تعمیر برابر شوی سرکونه برابر دي نور ان شاء الله مکتبونه که خلاص دي ان شاء الله بازارونه کې مارکیټونه که خلاص دي کاروبار که برابر دي
خو رسولي نو مساکیو مشکلات سری او خدي رسولي وشاوري که سری دولت می باشه هیچ گپی نمیگه رسولي اهمیت فیضاوات فعلا بسیار خوب برابر است.
اختطافا کمتر شده دیگه، جنگا کمتر شده، جلو جنگ بیشترتر بود داخل بروسویلیا.
وضع پروا نداره، وضع آرامی سال فضل خدا، شکر آرامی است. ما خوش هستیم از دولت، خدا قدرت بده که آرامی بشه و از این زیادتر.
But in the notoriously volatile eastern and southern provinces such as Helmand, the people still suffer regular acts of violence, with women in particular the primary victims.
The overall security situation, I think, compared to before is better, a little bit. But women are still the soft target, and they, I think, are the first victims of insecurity and violence due to the consequences of the ongoing war in the country.
The Quran burnings in February and the anti-Islamic film which came to prominence in September seriously threatened to undermine ISAF and Afghan relations. But it was the rise of insider attacks, with 45 incidents leading to 61 deaths and 2 incidents still pending investigation, that was the main cause for concern. Reasons for the attacks are multiple. Insurgent infiltration and cultural misunderstandings are partly to blame. But with more Afghan soldiers killed in these attacks than coalition, it suggests this is not exclusively a cultural or ideological issue. Both ISAF and the Afghan command say they are working together to strengthen recruitment procedures and also to improve cultural relations between troops.
سربازای خود بررسی کردیم. بایومتریک 10,000 نفر بایومتریک شده که ادامه داره. به این قانون نیستیم، باید به کلی قطع بشه یا به آخرین نقطه خود برسه.
It is acknowledged by both ISAF and the Afghan government that the ANSF will need long-term support post-2014, particularly the Air Force and in logistics and equipment. And at the 2012 Chicago Summit and Tokyo Conference, the international community pledged $16 billion over the next 4 years and long-term mentoring support to the ANSF. Looking forward, 2014 will also mark Afghanistan's next democratic election. Current President Hamid Karzai is unable to stand again, and many feel the stability of the country will depend on a fair and balanced election. There is no question that despite setbacks, progress has been made here over the past 12 months. And although internationally Afghanistan is still perceived as a war-torn and insecure nation, the people here desperately want to move past their troubled recent history and look towards a hopeful, war-free and secure future.
In one hand, we have war in Afghanistan going on still, but in the other hand, we have life, and we have signs of peaceful life in the country. By 2014, when the international troops will leave, life will not be stopped in this country. We will not go back. We don't want to go back. We will try all for a better future in the country, if not for ourselves, at least for our children.
This is Jake Tutman reporting from Afghanistan for the NATO channel.